Thank you all so much for joining me. This is Keon from Hanging with the Hazes. All right. Thank you all so much for kicking it with me. So right now, I want to go over another no-no that a lot of people are doing that really is an error. So we don't want you busting your plumbing or having low water pressure. So we're going to talk about the correct placement of the water pressure regulator, where it should be, how to use it, and make sure that you're having a comfortable time when you're out full-time camping in a spot that's got full hookups. Bear with me just for 1 second. I'm going to go ahead and rock out like we usually do, and then we're going to get this party started. All right, so water pressure regulator is a device that takes high pressure water down to a level where your plumbing in your motorhome or trailer can handle it. Typically, newer units can get upwards of 60 pounds per square inch and be comfortable. Older units, 50, 55. There are some units, however, that will tell you, hey, keep that water pressure down in the 40s. Those are usually your shorter units because the water doesn't have as far to travel. They can get away with that. Nevertheless, no matter what you have, you need to make sure that A, you have an adjustable pressure regulator. That's number one, where you can physically turn the pressure up or down, because depending on where you're camping, you might need to make an adjustment. The other thing that you need to make sure is that you do not, hold on a second. You do not connect your water pressure regulator on the spigot. Are you hearing me? You don't put it on the spigot. You put it on your unit. Let me tell you why. When you put the water pressure regulator directly on the spigot and then connect the hose to the pressure regulator, you have now taken 50 pounds of pressure and reduced it farther to go down 50 or 25 feet of water hose. And so the 50 that's coming out of the spigot now through the pressure regulator is probably 35 when you get in the unit. And you're wondering why you don't have water pressure. You're wondering why when you turn the hot water on, the hot water is significantly less than the cold water. It's because for every foot, you lose X amount of PSI, whatever that calculation is. So proper placement is to put the regulator right at the city inlet to your unit. Now, there was a guy in a group that told me, oh, well, you'll bust your water hose if you do that. I've seen that happen. Brother, let me tell you something. I will pop a $20 hose any day than to ruin my Florida vacation because I got cracked plumbing. I'll take it. Bust the hose. I can go to Walmart and get one of them. You ain't going to Walmart to buy plumbing at 10:30 at night. It's not going to happen. So what you do is you pop that which is easily replaceable. It's like a fuse. I'd rather pop my water hose than to pop my plumbing. And then once you get it on the city inlet to your unit, you are able to adjust the pressure inside so that it's comfortable. Your hot water tank won't have issues, and it's just going to be a much better situation. Now, over here in the distance, you can't see him, but my buddy Tyson is over there walking blue there. He's making all kinds of gestures over there. I'm going to get him on the show real soon. He has a really neat unit. He has a park model that has 2 floors in it. So I want to get him in there. Let us, take a look at that. Something you guys might want to see later. But nevertheless, getting back, even him, he and I had that conversation. You put the regulator at the unit. This way, 50 pounds is coming into your unit and you're good. You're good all the way around. This comes into play, especially for y'all who have tankless water heaters, because if the pressure is not there, it won't fire. And in some of these places that have well water, you're only getting 40 pounds out anyway. So if you put a 40-pound regulator against 40 pounds out, by the time it comes down to that hose, I mean, you might have 20 pounds. Yeah, your water tank may not fire. So, and in those cases, if well, let me take that back. I still don't trust it. But if you trust it, just take the water regulator off and just run it straight. Because, well water a lot of times is not that powerful in some of these remote areas. What you have to worry about it is anybody that's on real city, high pressure pump water where it's coming out at 110 pounds, that you definitely need to reduce. And again, reduce it at the unit. And going back to the gentleman that talked about busting a hose, man, let me tell you something. You don't put water pressure regulators on your outside hose, and that's the same pressure as, anywhere else. So why do you think you would bust the hose? Like, I get the theory, but make it make sense. And at the end of the day, like I said, I'll bust a water hose any day. I'm not busting my plumbing on the inside. Yeah, that just ruined my night. And, last thing you need is your family upset because they can't flush the toilet. And if you got a black woman in the house, she can't take a shower 5 times a day at 140 degrees of hell. Oh, yeah, you got it. Anyway, we out of here. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. It has been an absolute pleasure. And as I usually do, I'm going to go ahead and let my man Funky Skunk take us out of here. And you have a mighty, mighty, mighty fine and good rest of the week. This is the real beginning of summer for us up here in Maryland, and we are enjoying it. We are having a blast. So with that being said, Funky Skunk, my DJ, my MC, thank you so much. Right over to you, my man.
Be sure to join us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, and you can always catch us on Facebook and YouTube. Hanging with the Hazes.